Wait. Okay. So, let's see, last time I worked on this, what, 2 or 3 days ago or something, I tried to get the info bar set up and just hit kind of a mental block, and then looked at it the next morning and realized the solution to everything I had been confused about was trivial. So that all works now. You can see that the info bar is now context aware and only displays when it's a human player's turn. So to my knowledge, that all works pretty well. What I'd like to do tonight is extend this further and probably in the bottom right of the info bar display, when appropriate, hover information about a selected unit, or I guess the unit beneath the cursor. I think that's what I want to do. Because right now, to see the stats of a unit, if it's your unit, you have to bring up the balance menu, which is annoying. And then on enemies menu, you have to actually target them, which is, I think that's bad. At a minimum, there's no question that I want you to be able to see your own stats just at a hover. Whether or not we want that information to be available for enemies, I guess, is something we could consider gameplay-wise, but that'd be trivial if we wanted to back out of that anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and build that. So we're on an effort on a new feature branch, and I think the first thing I want to do is just debug this info. If it's like write it to standard out if the cursor is over it. So that would be now that would be in the human game loop, I think. Human, and this needs to be refactored. Oh, the other thing I figured out, so you know, my plan currently is to get this all working. The only last broadly unsolved problem is how to manage animations, especially animations that have special functionality, like they need to lock the cursor, they need to lock the screen or something. There's going to be some of that. But the plan is to figure out all this architecture, just get it to work, and then refactor it and make it clean. And you know, now I've given some thought to what making it clean looks like, and I might go back to the plan I had a couple months ago now of just having like a kind of unified game state object that is updated on every frame and passed around as like with every update loop, because that way we could write functions that are functionally pure and have no side effects, and it would be pretty easy to observe how state passes through and is modified by each function. So that's kind of loosely the plan architecturally. But again, for now, we're just going to keep writing bad imperative code with globals everywhere and that kind of thing, and then we're going to make a refactoring pass again through all of this once the game works. So let's see, before I started yapping, what was I talking about? There should be this big if-else guy here. So let's see. There isn't even that much to do. So just to make sure that we have this right, let's take a look at our unit. let's debug unit.stat.power and unit stat, well, it's power with an R, unit stat move. Let's do it, let's keep it in the same order. Move unit stat okay. No, they're alphabetical, I think. Move and unit stat range. Unit friend. Unit foe. So let's just debug that, and if that works, then I guess we just pull up our info. Oh, and like I said, so I don't know why I hit that kind of mental block the other night, but yeah, solving that problem required basically no refactoring. It was actually pretty trivial. But before the logic, check for button and press inputs here, and now I just moved those inside the these ifs. I just inverted that logic. It was trivial. I don't know why I couldn't figure that out the other night, but whatever. It's solved now. 82. Yes. Wait, really? 82. Oh. Well, no. Looks correct. That's not correct. Human 51. Unit dot stat. Oh, unit dot stat power is not correct. I don't even care about that. Attack, move, and range. Attack, move, range. Yeah, okay. We aren't seeing this enemy unless I just didn't change the word, which I did not. Still not seeing the word. This either only goes here or also goes here. Let's comment that out for a second. I need to think about that, but right now I'm just spamming. That is presumably working. That's now working. And that is still working. Okay. So, let's see. What we want then is, you know, if I hover over this guy, I want to see in the bottom right of this info bar a little heads up. And we don't have a lot of space to work with. But we can probably get away with something like, you know, A5, M2R3 or something, and then we'll go and color code it, and then see how much space we have. And if we have more space, if we have enough space, then I will probably just put like the unit indicator or something there. And when I say space, the only constraint is, you know, the other text we're going to have, right? And I think balance and unselect is... I think balance and unselect is about the longest text block we're going to have. So we have like about half of that menu available just for displaying this output. So let's see what we can do here. So info draw. Where am I calling that? I'm calling info set. Hey Jep, good to see you again. How you doing? How's school going? Is the music loud? It could be. Or down just a little bit. School equals terrible. That sucks. Relatable though. What is it? It's January, so yeah, I guess you got a few months till summer, I guess, don't you? I was gonna say you're almost near the end, but no, you're not. I'd be lying. What's terrible? I hate to hear that it's terrible. What's going on? That looks awful. Back that out. Let's see. So I'm just trying to figure out now how to pass. I don't like this, but I don't like anything I've written so far, so I'm not gonna let that stop me. Let's do unit. Unit is nil. If self.unit, let's see, everywhere we are setting, we need, every one of these should be aware of the unit. Unit, 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 and then I guess I don't need to pass an explicit nil there. Let's see what that does for us. First, let's make sure that just doesn't crash. Unit attached. Yeah. Looks fine. That's really rough, man. I'm really sorry to hear that. I don't have any advice other than just, you know, talk to whoever you can and hang in there. You know, you're young, I know, and life can be real rough when you're young, especially with all this Corona shit going on. I'm sure you're socially deprived, etc., etc. So yeah, just hang in there, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, but just hang in there. It's all you can do, you know. Just, I don't know, play some video or whatever makes you happy, you know. Just whatever you got to do to hang in there. With any luck, all the Corona bullshit will come to an end in a few months anyway. Then things will start to get back to normal. We can all have lives again, you know. That's good. That's good. Yeah, as long as you got people on your side, you know, helping you out, that's what you want. That's all you can do is just take their help. Be good to yourself, you know. The remote learning stuff, you know, depending on your personality, can be really nice. I mean, I'm not particularly social myself, and you know, I'm not in school anymore, but working now, I gotta tell you, I have preferred remote work, much more so than working in person, and hopefully you'll feel the same way about school. You know, just be more comfortable in your house. There's a lot less friction if you're not forced to interact with other people if you don't want to. That's good. I'm surprised that you're physically in school now anyway. Don't they have, I thought classes were canceled in most places. You can think better at home. Yeah, I feel you. I am too. I think that's pretty common for a lot of people that are into technical kind of stuff. Monday and Tuesdays IRL. I see. Okay, I see. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you know, if you're already remote 3 days a week, it seems like with a doctor's note in particular, you should be able to get to 5. It's not like the infrastructure isn't there. So that's good. I hope it gets better, man. I'm sorry to hear things are bad for you, but just hang in there, you know. It's really all you can do. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's good to see you here tonight. We're this has come along all right since you last saw it. It's looking much more like a video game and a lot less like, you know, meaningless shapes, right? Like graphically it all still looks like garbage, but if you had 2 players in the same room, you could now play each other. It wouldn't be a great experience. Yeah, it is, right? I think it's coming along, and you can sort of attack now. Again, this is all pretty bare bone. Yeah, that's exactly it. And then the fundamental mechanic here, I'm calling the game Balance of Power, and the fundamental mechanic is that, as is the case with most of these tactical games, each unit has stats. However, there's only one type of unit, and you can spend a turn to rebalance your stats if you want. So here's my unit stat menu, and if I don't like if my range is too poor and my attack power is too high, I can pull power from attack and push it into range or something, and then accept that. And that burns my turn, but now my stats are different. And then likewise, when you attack, you don't just attack an enemy unit, you attack that subsystem. That's cool. Yeah, thank you. I think it might be kind of neat. And I think it's appropriate for Pico 8 because like I've got 32 kilobits to work with here, right? So it's not like I can spend megs and megs and megs on, art and different unit logic and stuff. So this, I think, I appreciate it. Yeah. I spent like the whole day today thinking about releasing this, like how to do it, when to do it. I've been off work this week on PTO, so I had nothing else to do. And I think the first thing I'll do is release it on itch.to, because that seems to be kind of a hub for Pico 8 stuff. And I might put it on Steam even. GitHub. It's actually already on GitHub. Right there. It's I haven't decided how I want to license it yet. I got this book in the mail actually today. Open source software licensing. I think I will put it on Steam. So I'm going to try something weird here. So there's a culture of Pico 8 of being open source and free. And I'm a big open source guy. I've done a lot of open source work, and I really like that culture. I want to respect it. So what I think I'm going to do is I am going to sell the game, but I'm going to keep it open source and say, look, buy it, or if you don't want to buy it, just download it, for free, right? So that gives people the option to pay if they want to support the project, and if they don't, that's fine. They can just play it for free. So I'm going to try that. The only reason I'm having to do reading about licensing here is my other open source work. I almost universally use the MIT license because in my mind the MIT license is the freest license. It's we talk about freedom and freeze and beer. And there's a philosophical discussion surrounding, what freedom means there or whatever. But I personally like the MIT license because it's very permissive. That being the case, I don't actually want this to be an MIT license because what I do want is for people to look at this and freely borrow and remix code and draw inspiration and if they want to copy and paste bits of code, do it. But what I don't want is for someone to take this game and like sell it on the Google Play Store unmodified or something, right? And with the MIT license, that's something you can do. So I'm trying to find a license that gives others that just want to draw inspiration or use snippets or whatever the freedom to do that. But I want, I want to make against the license what I consider that kind of bad faith. Ah, shit! Already submitted to Google. Well, I guess that cuts it off. I'm doing good, man. How you doing? I've been doing a lot of reading about Unity today. Because so my plan, I don't know if you lurk here sometimes or whatever, but like my plan is I've actually been having like a lot of fun doing this, and I think I'm gonna try to make a crack at doing this like more professionally, just in my free time for a while. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish this Pico 8 game. I'm gonna release it on itch.to. I'm gonna probably release it on Steam, and then I'm gonna start like immediately working on a not Pico 8 one. Let me know if you have questions. I almost pinged you in Discord today because I do have questions, and I'll ping you in Discord because there are questions about the Nintendo Switch stuff, which has NDAs around it, etc., etc. Talk to you offline about it. But yeah, so I'm thinking about, you know, finishing this and then doing just like a bigger, better version in Unity. I think, and then I have a couple other ideas to do too. This is kind of drawn a lot of my energy that formerly went into open source, which I guess is a mixed bag. But I don't know. I'm having fun. To invest in Dogecoin or AMC, so AMC I did not. Dogecoin, I spent like an hour before I started streaming today, frantically looking to see if I had invested in Dogecoin, because like around 2017, I got really into cryptocurrency and built a miner and crap. And at some point, I thought I had a lot of Dogecoin. So the answer is I don't know. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna go look at some old hard drives. I am deeply ashamed and embarrassed with how badly I've managed to keep track of the crypto stuff I was involved in. So yeah, I'm now just like rummaging through old hard drives because I've done such a bad job of paying attention to this stuff. But yeah, I'm unfortunately not in GameStop. Unfortunately not in AMC. I wish those guys the best though. I've been just like on Reddit, Wall Street Bets, pretty much all week watching this whole GameStop thing just from the sidelines. You're an AMC? Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, I can't tell if Reddit's gonna throw their weight behind that the way they did GameStop. 2 shares? Nice. Hey man, like what? $100 to $100 or whatever, right? You don't have to make a fortune. But yeah, that's been pretty entertaining stuff going on there. You pulled lots out. DK, you pulled out of crypto, you mean, or you took some profit off the table? Nice, Jep. Nice. Yeah. Nice, Swain. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm kicking myself because for all of the like energy I put into crypto, I've accomplished basically nothing with it. Kind of a bummer. But I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll be in the right place at the right time. At this point, I'm convinced it's like basically gambling. I spent a lot of time in 2017, like thinking about like reading a lot of the white papers and thinking about the technology. You know, kind of approaching this as an engineer. And I'm like, no, this is like all memes and stuff. Really, I mean, it's all like it's all memes and luck. So, Did you read my GPU correct? Yeah, it's still 660 Ti. It's 10 years old or something, I think. I will probably upgrade to a 3080 at some point, but the deal is, yeah, it's pretty ancient. But the deal is, like, I don't really do any PC gaming. I don't do much gaming at all, really, but what I do play is basically only Switch. That what makes you think back, right? Yeah. But, you know, like, Pick a Weight, like, I could run 10,000 concurrent instances of Pick a Weight on this thing, and I can watch video at 1080p, which is what my monitors are. So, like, for me, it kind of meets my needs. Yeah, no, you built some, like, monster water-cooled 64-core machine a year or something ago, didn't you? I remember we were chatting about it. For all I know, you've upgraded since then. I don't even know. But the rest of my hardware is good. It's, like, 64 gigs of RAM and, like, it's like a AMD 3090X with 16 cores and 32 threads or something. So the hardware is generally good, excluding the GPU, which is now ancient. You want a new GPU because 660 is when you're on good... Yeah. So, okay, so Jep, you're on a 1660 and DK, you're on a 3090. That's pretty solid. I'm thinking when they are obtainable, I'll probably get a 3080. That's been my plan for a few months, but those things are just like unobtainium. Or at least last I looked, they were. Maybe the situation has improved, but I looked when they came out, and it's like I could buy one for like $5,000. Current cards is an NVIDIA 660 Ti. 660 Ti. It's like back in the day. Boomer card. That's B450 motherboard. I don't even know what that is. Is that pretty old? But yeah, I mean, like, don't sweat, DK. I appreciate it, but like for me, like that's the thing. Like I'm reluctant to upgrade this because it still is really fine. Like I can actually watch, you know, multiple streams at 1080p at a time, and I've got a couple monitors, so that's sort of relevant. But yeah, I don't know. Like I just do so little PC gaming. Like it kind of doesn't matter, and I'm really just gonna upgrade for the sake of upgrading. But yeah, I don't know. I appreciate the offer though. I'm sure you're sitting on some nice hardware. The other thing too, like if I got desperate, I've got like 6 1070s in that rack over there, so like I could rip one out. But like I don't know. I just like don't care. It's still running for now. Anyway, not that old. Yeah. What's a B450? I don't even. I'm not really like a big hardware dude. I don't really know the manufacturers and stuff very well. I just bought another motherboard for. So I have a miner over there, and I'm gonna. I've been attempting to turn that into a TensorFlow lab. So I had to upgrade the processor, and I tried to drop 32 gigs of RAM in it, but I got a motherboard, and I'm pretty sure, like, 2 of the RAM sockets are just dead. So it's like, I don't know, kind of a pain. So now I either got to just, like, live with that or go through the whole return process. I guess I'll return it, but it's a pain. Okay, I mean, that's a pretty solid rig, Jet. Ryzen 7 and stuff. That's legit. What kind of gaming do you do, mostly? Oops. What was I doing? Okay, yeah, so we have confirmed that this works. So really now we just gotta draw this stuff. Okay, so B450 is just like one generation behind or something, right? That's not bad at all. Okay, new Call of Duty, a lot of Rocket League. Okay, nice, nice. I've never played Rocket League at all. I've seen some of it. That's the one that's like... It's like soccer with cars or something? Is that correct? So Dev, you usually need a lot more to get things out of really pushing it. You can actually make a build of a current game with 128 gigs of RAM. Wow. Is that a desktop, or do you guys have like a build farm set up somewhere? Like at my day job, we've been in the process of like configuring Bazel each desktop. Okay, nice. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's nice and simple. We've been trying to set up like Bazel and this monorepo thing to use like a shared build cache, etc., and it's like, oh my god. I mean, I get it. It's probably the right move for us, but there's so much complexity involved in this. It's interesting, but kind of a nightmare at the same time. What am I doing? The hell is self.yes? Oh, right. Yeah, it makes sense, Chip. Now that I've done some hardware upgrading too, I've got like... is that camera plugged in? Well, I got like a test bench set up with like my old motherboard and stuff on there, and I use it for labbing hardware. And then, I don't know, I got another motherboard there now, and another CPU, basically another computer there, that I don't know what I'll do with it. I guess just another lab or something. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's nice to have like spare metal laying around. Give you, you know, if you want to do some Linux distro hopping or something, it's always nice to have that kind of stuff. Or set up like a, you know, arcade cabinet or something, right? Something like that. file server, media server, Plex server, whatever. Let's say attack is 3. I just want to get this lined up. A3. Let's see what that looks like. And then let's see. The Y is going to be correct. Let's throw this at 70. I don't know. Just literally spamming. Oh, right. First mistake. No caps. That's gonna, yeah, that's too big. Let's get rid of these colons. And that is not bad. I wonder, I think that will fit. We could probably even get rid of this space between them. I don't know. I don't like that. So let's put space and then just try to find the right alignment. It's actually pretty close. I guess what we want... Yeah, that'll fit. And I think I had 4 pixels from the edge or something. So let's do... I could do math, or I could just increment this number until it looks right. And that's what I'm going to do. I think that's actually correct. So does that fit? And then what I want to do to make that a little bit visually... Oh, you know what else I could actually do? Let me actually... Here, this is going to be more complicated, but it's going to look better. So I'm more like a gameplay guy? Thank you, thank you. I'm tired of being a web hipster. I wanted to work on something interesting. I've done a lot of like systems programming, which I enjoy, but dude, we should talk about this sometime. I'm just so tired of being an internet programmer. Can't even tell you. Internet is terrible. I'm not about it anymore. It's TypeScript, dude. TypeScript ruined everything. That looks like garbage. I mean, that's just wrong, though. Let's see. I'm not going to do math. Yeah. Back that out. 16. 116. I think. Here, let me do this. 5. I just want... Let's make this some arbitrary color. Oh, God. Any color but that, because... now I can't see the button. Let's see. I think I need to go another pixel. You found the best meme? Feel free to post the link. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know. I don't think GameStop has said anything about this so far, and I can't blame them. I'm sure they have really like no idea what to do about this, because like clearly what's happening is like totally divorced from the fundamentals, you know, the fundamental realities of the company. So they can't really like claim credit for this, right? Let's see how many. Gonna measure this in spacing in UV keys. One more pixel. Yeah. Yeah, Dwayne. I'm a big fan of YubiKeys, and I'm using it here to measure the distance of the pixels from my monitors. I'm a huge fan of YubiKeys. Like, there's no question. The only complaint I have is not with the YubiKey, but support for third parties can be kind of poor. Like, support on GitHub is superb. Twitter, which I no longer use, is superb. Even Facebook was good, though I don't use that anymore. Amazon, if I remember right, is good but not great, because if I remember right, you can only have one YubiKey registered or something like that, whereas in GitHub you can have multiples. And that is important, because if the device is lost, you know, you're up shit creek, right? So what I have, I mean, I guess this is me compromising OPSEC, but I'll do it on your behalf here. I keep one of the YubiKey like C's or whatever, the really flat ones, in a just like in one of the USB slots on my keyboard, and that's the one I primarily use. And then I have two backups that I keep in different physical safes. So for me, I have redundancy, you know, just if I happen to lose one, and then redundancy if my apartment burns down or something. And I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, I do strongly recommend the YubiKey, 100%. They're really excellent, and I hope the industry continues to move toward hardware-based authentication, because everything else I think is miserable. I'm not a huge fan of authenticator apps for a number of reasons, and they're arguably insecure anyway, because, you know, vendors generally do a very poor job of trying to validate identities when someone goes to switch a number. So, like, if you're seeing 2FA over SMS, that is arguably pretty damn insecure. And the authenticator apps are less insecure, but I just think they're a pain in the ass. And then I really don't like the pattern of like having to receive an email every time you want to log in. People have tried that. I think that's trash. I'm like YubiKey all the way. YubiKey for life. Bump that one more pixel. I don't think I did that. Yeah, see, that's like one of the primary reasons I don't like that stuff at all. It is a huge pain in the ass, and, you know, losing and or upgrading a phone is like a common event, right? So that's just, here we go, that's now correct. So that's not like unacceptable. It's just not acceptable to not have any way to handle that problem. That's trash. I mean, like, you can use, you know, like usually you sign up for a place and they give you like backup codes to handle that kind of situation. So yeah, at least you can still log in. But then you have to like go and reprogram, you know, everything into your authenticator app. That's garbage. I hate that. The YubiKey doesn't have that problem. The one thing I will say, if you are using the authenticator app, I've been using LastPass, and one of the things I really like about them is LastPass does back up your private keys on the authenticator app to their cloud. So that solves that problem of you got a new phone or you lost your phone or something. Now, of course, there's a whole discussion about, do you want to trust these third parties with your passwords? And if you don't want to, I can't blame you. But for me, I'm confident enough to do it. You got a creepy vibe from LastPass? Yeah, I don't blame you. I used them for years and then bailed on them when they got bought by Hamachi or whoever. Yeah, that's 2014-ish. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I did. Like, I used them for years, then they got bought by Hamachi, which probably was around 2014. Then I bailed for years. But then I kind of started reworking my security posture here late last year, and kind of re-explored all the options and found that, you know, they still, to my knowledge, have not suffered a major compromise, and I find them pretty convenient to use. I like them better than 1Password and some of those others, or Dashlane or whatever. So I went back to them, and I'm not. I'm happy with them. I'm happy with them. But yeah, I got spooked when they got bought by Hamachi, whoever it was. 'Cause I'm not a huge fan of those guys for a while. But they haven't ruined LastPass, in my opinion, for what that's worth. The only reason I'm doing this stupid thing I'm doing now is to squeeze these stats a little bit closer together. Yeah, there we go. I think that looks better with 2 pixels instead of the 4. Yeah. I think I like that the best. And then I want to color code these stat values. There we go. Okay. And then, let's see. I guess let's drop in the real values. Unit.stat.attack and move and range, so those should be real values, or let's see, comma. .45 attempt to index a unit. Come out. Oh, whoops. I didn't wire that up yet. Oh, I did wire that up. It's not unit, it's self.unit. I wish you luck, Jet, but I cannot relate to that problem, unfortunately. I'm a boomer now. I'm an old boomer. I don't even remember high school. Set that back to black. Good. What did I do? Oh, whoops. In fairness, 14. Yeah, good luck with that one, man. Okay, and let's rebalance this guy on the road to see if this works. Let's put him to all 2s. And yeah, okay, so we're seeing the right values. And now I want to love with quotations. And what am I doing here? How do you do color? Oh, right, colors at the end. That's gonna be annoying. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's no good watching a friend go through bullshit like that. I feel you there. You're a junior, is that right? Yeah, my high school experience is pretty uncomplicated too. Junior, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of video. That's about it. That's the way to do it, in my opinion. Just play a bunch of video. Now this is going to be wrong, but I think we know each letter is... Here, let's go back to 5, 2, 3 for a second. Get this spaced correctly again. I think it's going to be like 10... I think it's like +5 for each one. 104, 113, and 122, something. Let's get that to line up. My birthday is in like a week or two or something. I'll be 38. Pretty much officially a boomer. Off by 1 pixel, I think. 38, man. Your dad turns 37. Yeah, not far behind me. Yeah, I didn't think you were. I think I'm the oldest of our friend group or so, or among the oldest. Okay, I think that lines up right. So then I need to look at the balance menu to see what colors I'm using for what values. That's red, isn't it? Oh, no. Oh, it's inactive. Okay. What is it? 8, 11, and 10? Set the indication color to red. Just need to do this for each. You know what? We'll just do info colorize, which accepts a value, and self colorize and unit.stat.attack. Yeah, that'll be clean enough. Should be fine. Yeah, I saw the link you posted, DK, and the haptic thing. That's very cool. So is VR like cool these days? My experience with it is like the Oculus Dev Kit you gave me years ago, which I thought was pretty cool, and then Google Cardboard. And I thought that was pretty cool too, actually. But I don't really. I don't know. I don't have much experience with VR. Is it cool or what? What color is 8? If val is... I'm not going to write this. I'm going to copy and paste it. I guess I can simplify that a little. Return 11, return 10, return 8. I think that'll do what I want. Kind of wish Lua had a ternary or something. Whatever, who cares? Whoops. Thanks. Half-Life Alex sort of nailed down. Okay. That's cool. Like the one time I had like a good VR experience was in Utah when we all did the DEF CON trip and went to the Void. That place is badass. But yeah, I have like basically no experience with like consumer VR, but Half-Life Alex is pretty good, right? So that was, what's that? The Valve, what's their thing called? The Index or something? I don't remember. I know Valve has their own hardware, right? Attempt to return global unit. Valve Index is correct? Okay, yeah. Am I trying to return? Attempt to index global unit on 47. Yeah, I did it again. Self.unit. What's like the best hardware in your opinion? Is it the Index or what? I've heard some people say the Index. I've heard people say the Oculus, the Facebook thing, but like I'm like so rabidly anti-Facebook. I would never buy one of those. But I'm just wondering like what's the best hardware in your opinion right now? Okay, that's colorizing, but not correctly. If val is equal to 5, return 11, else if... Oh, yep, did another dumb thing. Attack, move, range. Don't get any Facebook one? Okay, yeah. Oh, and I saw that hard-coded here. Just not as good as the higher-end ones? Okay. Yeah, are you, like, anti-Facebook also? Yeah. I just, like, hate Facebook. Hate Facebook. 110? Yeah. I know you're an engineer. You probably get the same thing, too. Like, you know, you're talking to recruiters all the time or whatever. And most people I will reach out to and politely decline. But when someone from Facebook contacts me, I make it clear that what they're doing is bad and they should feel bad about it. Because, I mean, I don't want to break my own rules and get into politics, but like what they are doing is not good for Earth. It's just not a good thing that they're doing, and I'm not going to be a part of it. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna use stuff they buy like WhatsApp. Yeah, same. I'm like 100%. Like I don't even really use social media anymore. I mean, I nuked my Reddit account. I use Discord heavily, if you consider that social media, but I don't really. I love Twitch. Twitch to me is like the potential of the internet done right. You don't use Discord or you don't like Twitch? I said a bunch. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's try to drop this guy into red stats. Just see that it works. Oh, yeah. I don't consider Discord social media, really. Because, like, okay, that works. Perfect. I think that's really nice. In my opinion, like, social media, almost by definition, is asynchronous, where it's like you just scream into the void, and maybe someone encounters what you said at some point and responds, probably with vitriol, because this stuff is just, like, meant to foster hatred, I think. Social not equals social media. Yeah, I agree. But, like, Twitch is awesome, I think. Like, I've met a lot of good friends here. I think there's something fundamentally different about Twitch, where there's, like, an emphasis on, one, you know, synchronous real-time communication, and two, like, we're all here to do something, right? You know, watch someone play a game, watch someone make a game, watch someone make an art, whatever. I think that's just, like, fundamentally a different dynamic than, like, Twitter or Facebook, where you just scream into the void. Oops, I moved the song a bit. So this works now. You can see that? Yeah, I that's my theory on it anyway, is that that's the fundamental difference. Wait, is that right? A5, M3, R2? Oh, it's correct, but in the wrong order. Or at least, I don't... Do I want these in an order? I guess attack range is fine. So, attack... So, R and M and range and move and range and move and swap. ARM. Oh, that's actually convenient. ARM 523. Okay, that looks like it's correct. Let me start another song here. Should probably find another song at this point, or another playlist, but I just really like this Commodore stuff. Okay, and double check. Let's drop this guy into... Oh yeah, let's check the 0 case. Make sure there's nothing screwy happening here. 003. Okay, great. Yeah, okay, that looks like it works. The only question is, do I want to change that color? What was the light gray? I don't know if I do or don't. I just want to see what it looks like. Light gray is 6. Let's see what changing the white to gray looks like. I think that looks worse. Yeah, that's fine. And then maybe I want to make it clearer what that is by drawing a sprite or something. Let's see how much space we have. Oh, that's, I don't know. The sprite would get pretty crowded. But I think it does a pretty good job of communicating the stats, even if you don't pull up the menu. Oh, and I guess I want that. I want to set that unit in the balance menu, in the attack menu. It's a self.unit. self.unit, and I think that's it, right? And then the targeting menu. Also self.unit. So now we should see the HUD even when the menu is open. So let's pull open the balance menu. 523. We can see, yeah, that's a really nice affordance, I think, that you can see that number changing as you pull out the, as you change these stats. So that makes it really obvious what's happening. I like that a lot. Very obvious what that means now when you see it operate. Let me make sure this works. So let's pull this and cancel. Yeah, great, perfect, perfect. Our stats always capped out at like 10-ish. Yeah, so I don't know if you've heard like the fundamental premise, but the idea is that the game's called Balance of Power, and the idea is that you can rebalance your power at the expense of a turn. There's only one type of unit, and you can spend a turn to rebalance your unit, and your stats are always capped. Your power level is a maximum of 10. And yeah, you can have 5 in each stat as a maximum. But then here's the other neat thing. So I want to go blow up this guy. So I move, end my turn. Move, end my turn. And now, instead of just attacking him and he has hit points or something, I attack his subsystem, right? So I can say, like, I want to subtract my attack points from his attack subsystem and blast him. And now let me put up my... just so you can see what's happening here. So now, like, so you're... Oh yeah, that's an interesting idea. Modify the unit looks slightly... Yeah, it's an interesting idea. I'll think about that. Yeah, I like that idea. That's interesting. I haven't given much thought yet to the visuals, which you can see. I mean, like, this all, like, plainly looks like garbage still. But that's definitely something to think about. You know, like, I had mentioned that this is the pick-a-weight version of the game, but I plan to do one in Unity when I'm satisfied with this game. And because I'm a software engineer pretending to be an artist here, what I plan to do on the Unity one is lean, like, heavily on geometry and stuff. And here, I'm pulling up an image. So, like, this image is kind of hard to find. Okay, so like this. So if you saw the Ender's Game, difference between cosmetic visuals and ones that help signal gameplay. Yeah, I agree. And what you're talking about would definitely be a good signal for how the game is functioning. Oh, this is animated. But so from this movie, what I remember is that the ships and stuff, like when Ender was playing the game, were like a bunch of like arrows and stuff. I'm trying to find the right screenshot. And you know, what I'm going to do, again, because I'm not an artist, is I'm going to lean heavily on geometry, and instead of trying to draw an image of a ship, I'm going to draw a symbol representing a ship, right? So I'm kind of thinking, like, maybe the real aesthetic in Unity will be like, maybe even like a wireframe kind of thing. Like, I don't know if you remember Mech 2 from back in the day. I know you're a boomer also. You would press the W key, and you would see just like a wireframe they'd call like image enhancement or something. I'm thinking about making the game look like that. Also, even a looking placeholder helps people understand it. More of a prototype. Yeah, that is true. Like, I plan to make this look better, before I publish this game, but you know, I'm only going to be able to take it so far on Pick 08. Not to say that you can't do graphics well on Pick 08, but I'm saying with confidence that I can't do graphics well on Pick 08. So I'm going to do better than what we have, but it's not going to look amazing, and I think I'll probably just not even try to look amazing and try to make it look, you know, geometric or something. I think that's what I'm thinking about. My plan is like get the software engineering stuff done right, get the gameplay done right, and then, you know, very last will come music and art, because I'm not a musician either, though I think I'm having some success trying to write music for this. I'm not doing that on stream because I struggle with it, but I think the music will come out okay. It's really the visual art for me. Keep doing that for starting new versions. Learn more is one recommendation I'll tell people. Finish it even small. Yeah, I'm definitely finishing this because, one, I'm just having a lot of fun, and two, I have like this just like deep psychological aversion now to leaving projects unfinished. But beyond that, this is going to look like Pick 08. Nothing I can do about that. But the gameplay, I think, could actually be really, really good. I'm actually optimistic that this will be a lot of fun to play, and which is what I care about the most. I want a fun and challenging tactical game. So yeah, I'm actually really hopeful that the game will be a lot of fun, even if the graphics are lo-fi. Like who cares, right? I mean, I don't know. I think there's like again, maybe it's a hot take, but I think I'm more interested in this kind of game than like a lot of these like multi-million, you know, just like massive open world kind of games, because it's like I don't know. I'm not trying to pick on Cyberpunk here, but I heard it was pretty mediocre, and there's just so much energy like dumped into making the world, but you get there and there's nothing you can do in it, or at least that's what I've heard people say. I've never played the game. Maybe it's great. I don't know, but I'd rather like move away from dumping a ton of energy into the aesthetics and instead put my energy into making the game actually fun to play, because I feel like, again, like a lot of like AAA stuff just gets away from like, is the game actually fun to play? You know what I mean? So I don't know. And what I like about Pick 08 is that you don't have the option of making the mistake of it's, you know, too graphical or you know, as a crutch or something. Like, you literally can't do that. So if the gameplay sucks, it's obvious, you know. So anyway, that's kind of why I like prototyping Pick 08 here. By the way, have you actually played Cyberpunk? I haven't yet. I heard the launch was so bad, I decided like I'll give it probably an entire year to fix bugs, and then we'll see what it's like. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I wouldn't. I mean, I guess I wouldn't know how to begin, but yeah, just something of like the Cyberpunk scope is. It's almost like pointlessly big, in my opinion. I don't know. That's very much a hot take and just my personal opinion, but I've always liked small, well-designed, well-focused games, or, you know, like strong narratives, and I just don't get that from a lot of AAA stuff these days. Yeah, right. Yeah, you've got a GPU that can just like plow over the bugs, right? I'm pessimistic. My 660 Ti would do that. Where do I have that print H stuff? Is that still in there? Yeah, it is. Pull you. Is that feature? Are we done? Yeah, as far as story goes, here's the plot for Balance of Power. I'm gonna have an interstitial with like one sentence of plot between each stage or something. I don't know what it's about yet. I know broadly it's about a machine uprising, waging war on the humans. But yeah, I need to sit down in one afternoon at some point and write the 10 lines of plot that'll, you know, that'll be the entire plot for the game. Okay. So you think the gameplay is fundamentally good? It's just that there's just too many bugs right now. Is that your take? Because I've heard different takes, but I don't know what I believe on the internet. Right? There's a lot of people that just like enjoy being angry on the internet about video games. I think this is done. What the hell is this? Don't know what that's all about. Let's run make. Okay, that's good. That's good. You know, for like RPG kind of games, the story is the most important to me. Okay. Okay, nice. Nice. Yeah, I'll probably give it a year and then try it out. Or at least wait until I can buy a new video card. And use argument self. Correct. Yeah, I've seen a lot of T-posing on, you know, Reddit and stuff. I've seen some like lethal finger guns where you'll walk up and you'll finger gun an enemy because your gun won't render in and he dies in a pile of blood. That's pretty funny. At least like a lot of the bugs were funny, so that's pretty cool. But I saw some stuff like saves getting corrupted, and I'm like, okay, I can live with T-poses, but I'm not even gonna bother if like my save can get corrupted because that's in no way amusing. What was I doing? Yeah, I saw some of that too. That was pretty good stuff. That was pretty good stuff. Human, I don't like that line. I've also seen some like pretty funny characters made. The genitals would change back and forth, is that what you're saying? That's a pretty... See, that's an amusing bug. That actually kind of adds to the game rather than detracts. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I haven't seen that. That's pretty funny. Oh, right, okay. Let's take a look at this diff and commit this, because that's... I think that's all I want out of this. I was thinking about trying to add an icon. Like next to the A, I could add like a blue unit or a red unit, but I think that'd start to get kind of crowded, and it's pretty damn obvious what's happening here when you can see this. I don't think that icon would really add anything. You do this one time, it's obvious what that signifies, so... Let's see what that looks like. So we added our unit argument to info. Added unit, added unit, added unit, added unit. We added a unit property to our info table. Added the unit parameter and the assignment. Added unit debugging. We added the feature. We added a colorize function. I think it's perfect. Feat info. Add unit stat HUD to info bar. That's pretty much the whole message. If I'm talking to a sentient vending machine. So I have exactly 0 experience modding video games, or at least like since the 90s or whatever. How does that even work these days? Like, is that's like officially supported somehow, right? Like that's not people like reversing the binary and patching the binary. Is there like a proper API for writing extensions or something on these kind of games, or what? And this was Project Red, right? Okay, in Veribit? Yeah, okay. Because like I would assume that like Project Red maybe has the same API or whatever for like The Witcher on this. I don't know. Last game I modded was unintentional, and it was Rainbow Six in the 90s. And I say it was unintentional because my buddy and I figured out you can modify the INI files locally and change weapon powers and stuff. What we didn't realize is that those changes were honored in multiplayer. So like we went into a multiplayer map, threw a grenade, and it wiped the whole map because we made it like, you know, lethality and radius was infinite or something. So it like blew up the whole map. We're like, oh, sorry dudes. Didn't mean to do that. You're actually modifying Cyberpunk before official support with mods. Okay. Okay, I see. So I'm surprised though. I'm surprised Unity is useful for modifying a compiled binary. I probably just don't understand how. I guess a game like Cyberpunk isn't a single executable or something, is it? There's probably a bunch of. Yeah. Okay. So like, yeah. Okay. That's it. I haven't spent enough time looking at video games. I've spent too much time working on like system-y tools in Unix world. But a game is surely not a single compiled binary. So there's like, if you open it up in Unity, there's probably all kinds of asset files and shit you can modify. Is that the idea? Okay. That makes some sense. Sure, that makes sense. I've been doing a lot of work in Go, I guess, and I just think program equals one statically compiled binary, you know, but that's not correct. So that feature is now done. So now what? I straight up don't feel like doing this. Oh, this is actually, yeah, I have this priority. Let's do this. Alright, man. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Good seeing you again. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. So what I want to do now, this is the feature I don't like, or the functionality I don't like. If I bring up the balance menu, change nothing, and hit confirm, it still burns my turn. What I want is either to not have the option to confirm until I've changed stats, or I want confirm to just not burn a turn. Am I dropping frames? I think I'm dropping frames. Sorry, guys. Or I want confirm to like not burn a turn, obviously, unless I change something, because otherwise you're just throwing away your turn, and that's just like a bad quality of life kind of feel. So what I think I want to do here is I'm on a branch, yes. On the balance menu, update, there needs to be like some check for dirty or something. And actually, I don't even want to do the dirty check thing, because let's say if I have attack 5, I back it down to attack 4, I bump it back to attack 5, well then my dirty check, the state would be dirty. But really, I don't want to spend that turn because you didn't do anything, right? So I think what I want to do is like just compare the state before and after. I think that's what I want to do. I'll be right back. Let me go AFK. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, I think what I want to do is look at the unit state at the start and end of the update loop for that battle menu. And if and only if the state has been changed, if and only if the state has been changed, honor the key press to confirm. Or rather, honor the key... Yeah, do honor the key press, but don't actually charge the turn. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So let's create a utility function here. Let's call it... menu balance... changed? Sure. And what are we checking? We're going to have self.unit. Do we lose the original unit? No, I don't care. I don't care. I can clone it again. It's kind of gross, but whatever. It's fine. So we need to clone the original unit state. Let's do that. Here, I guess. Make a clone of the original unit. We'll call them local orig equals unit clone self.unit, and then here if self changed orig, then end. End the turn if and only if the unit stats have been modified. That's fundamentally the mechanism. Let's just quickly soft lock ourselves to ensure... Or wait, that won't soft lock, that will never save the unit change. So let's pull this guy to 0, try to save the unit change. And it did change. Oh, that's in the wrong spot. Yeah, this gets... I think we do this. Update. Yeah. Update the unit. And end the turn if and only if, blah blah blah. But regardless, we want to clear the selected unit and close the menu. I think that's correct. But maybe not. And the reason is because I think turn end. I don't know if this executes. I forget how this works. Let's see what that does for us. So what we want to see is the words close the menu, and we want to see, I try to save this but cannot. One, one, one. Okay, yeah, the radius is I think we need to redraw the radius. Since we got the caching worked out, that's a relatively inexpensive operation anyway, so I guess that's whatever. I guess that's fine. Logically, it'd be simpler just to put the radius draw here or something, but then we'd be computing the radius on every frame, and I mean, we don't want that. So I think we'll gladly trade a few duplicated lines for better performance. Okay, let's see what that does. One, one, one. I hit confirm. I don't know if that is even gonna matter. If the change... Yeah, I might... I think that would actually work normally if this were not a stub. But let's see. Oh, right, I can't do that. Wait, hang on. I've confused myself. Why doesn't that adjust anymore? Oh, right, God, I always forget that. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Obviously, adjusting attack won't affect a radius. Works. Still didn't work. No, I'm doing good. I am alone. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'm happily muttering to myself here. Okay. So I hit confirm. Okay. Good luck with your game. Bring honor to us all. Why is that not updating? Self.unit was changed. I think I confused myself here. Let's see. Bring the freedom. I think I just confused myself. If button yes is pressed, this will not execute because this is just returning a false. Did I stream lock up or something? No, I didn't. Okay. So I press button yes. This will not execute. Oh, wait. A ridge is being updated every pass through the loop. So these are going to be in sync no matter what. I don't know if I'm even thinking about this the right way. Okay. Unit has changed. Unit has not changed. So no matter what, here, I'm going to get rid of that. We should just see unit has not changed. But we don't see that. Guess we need to do like unit.orig and then if not unit.orig, something. Now I've gone from not understanding why this isn't working to not understanding why it ever worked. Let's stash this. Did this ever work, or did I just not notice? I back out. I cancel. I back out, I confirm. Cancel nils out. Self.unit. Oh, and then there's... Right, okay. Let's say... self.orig. Yeah, let's do this. Is unit.clone unit. So we initialize two versions of the unit. One of which we will mutate, and then we can get rid of our orig thing here. And orig is now self-orig. I don't think that's going to fix this, though. Not yet. Wait a minute. I might be doing something just fundamentally stupid. Let me just... I think I'm outsmarting myself somehow. Let me just actually write it for real and get rid of this scaffolding. So let's see. Change to ridge goes away. Generally, I'd rather use a function parameter over a table property, but it's a function on that table anyway, so whatever. So return self dot unit dot stat dot attack is equal to self dot orig dot stat dot attack and blah 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 attack range move, right? So if and only if every stat between the original and the one we're mutating we return true. So I should be able to change nothing. Did he move? Was I... No, I'm still getting charged for that turn. Right. Changed and unchanged. Should be correct. But you made double her kills. Nicely done. Nicely done. So that should... It has not changed. Why did that say unchanged? That shouldn't have failed. Oh, because I wrote it backwards is why. Change nothing. Unchanged. The menu closed. I wasn't charged for the turn. I'll change attack. Confirm. I was charged for the turn. And the change copied. Okay, I think that got it. So, rip that out, rip that out. What's that diff look like? We added self-orig. We added a changed method. Unit attack equals origin attack. Unit range, origin range. Unit move, origin move. If self change, then set the current unit to clone a self unit. And the turn. I think that looks right. Let's dork around with it for a second. Pull up the balance menu. I change nothing and hit confirm. And it's still my turn. I pull up the balance menu. I change something. I hit confirm. And my turn ended. Pull the balance menu. I hit cancel. Nothing happened. So that seems correct. The only question now is... I'm trying to think if I want to change how this message is displayed. Because kind of functionally, instead of saying confirm cancel, that should say cancel cancel until you change something. At which time it should say confirm cancel. I don't know if that's... I think that would be better. I don't know if that's going to be a pain in the ass. Let's do this. So what we have works. We know that. Save it. Run make sure we're linted. And let's do this. Let's commit that. Feet, menu balance, end, turn, only on change, update the balance menu such that it no longer ends a player's turn if the confirm button were pressed and yet the underlying unit stats were not changed. Let's commit that so we have it. And then let's maybe take this one step further. And here we just gotta change around some logic again. I might hate this, I don't know. Yeah, I think. So if it's been changed, confirm cancel self-unit. Otherwise, it's actually cancel on self-unit. Let's see what that looks like. I think that might be more accurate. Okay, so the menu is open. Nothing is changed. Cancel and confirm both perform a cancel. I changed something, and then it expands to cancel and confirm. I go back, and it's cancel again. Is that more or less confusing? For some reason, my stats go away. Why does that happen? Well, regardless, I'm not even sure if I like that. That just kind of makes the menu move around too much. Maybe. I don't know. Let me fix this other thing. Oh, that's right. Not this menu. Info menu. If self.unit. It's going to change. Somehow it's changing how info set works. Probably by nilling out this guy. Check something. Did that ever work? Balance menu's open. Yeah, that works. Oh, I'm not setting self-unit, obviously. Or, wait. Or am I? No, I am. Oh, I know why. It's this guy exits early. Man. Yeah, the problem is over here. Uh... I think. Balance menu, so that's fixed. So nothing has been changed. Confirm and cancel, both cancel. I changed something. Actually, I think I like that better. I think it makes it clearer to the player if they've arrived back where they started. And I think that's better, because then you know if you're going to be charged for that turn or not. You might forget, like, oh, was I at 4 or 5? I don't want to... Well, I guess you can always cancel if you don't want to be charged for a turn. But I think I like that better anyway. I think I like that. Let's commit that. Or first, let's make sure we didn't break anything. So, I changed something. I'll hit cancel. I'll change something. I'll hit confirm. We want 223. Moved. Okay. I'll change nothing. I'll hit confirm, and it canceled. I'll change something. I'll hit confirm, and it confirmed. So that's every path, I guess. So, okay, great. So let's see. Let's pull up our to-do, because that is... priority item is done. And... let's run make. Take a look at that diff. I'll put on another song here. Let me go grab a drink real quick. Forgot I was muted. Let's take a look at this diff. Let's see. So we changed the logic on info draw to not return early if cancel and confirm have the same text. We inverted that logic that's looking for button presses so we can change the text. Just stare at this for 1 second more. Did I pull out the prints? I think I did. I didn't see in the diff. So yeah, we got the unit HUD in there tonight. That's great. You can see at a glance what a unit's stats are. I think I'm dropping frames again. Sorry. I pull this up, I change nothing, I cancel. I pull this up, I change something, I cancel. That was correct. I pull this up, I change nothing, I confirm. Correct. I pull this up, I change something, confirm. Correct. Good. Nitpick this diff for a second here. I think we're looking good. Okay, great. That was a pretty productive session. So let's see, where are we now? So about 3/4 of our token limit, 3/4 or whatever characters, about 3/4 of the way to running out of space. Okay, and we have not done anything to like strip code comments, etc., which would buy us a lot of characters, but presumably not many tokens. Presumably 0 tokens. Because you don't have tokens in comments. I don't know what to do for compressed file size. So we're starting to run out of space, but we're also starting to run out of game to write, so that's fine. I think we're going to be in a pretty good spot. I need to save some space for text. Probably couple hundred characters. We've already blocked out the map data. So I don't think this gets any bigger, though there's a chance the compression size increases. But I don't think this is going to give us problems. And I don't think the sprites are going to give us many problems, because I'm not going to use many sprites, and in fact a lot of these we could even probably deprecate in exchange for a bit more code. I might change how the cursor is implemented, I don't know. I'm not fully in love with the cursor. But anyway, next time we stream, what are we looking at? I think I'll save this for later, or maybe even offline, I don't know. I don't want to tackle that yet. This is a stupid bug that probably wouldn't be hard to fix. Likewise this. Oh, this might be worth it. The one thing that's maybe not great about this info bar is that it can occlude the cursor. I don't know if I care about this. I don't know. I need to think about what to do about that. What we have is probably not what we want, but I don't know if we want this bar to auto-hide or if we just want the cursor not to be able to go that far down. I don't know. This is something I can trivially design around, so it's not like it's going to be a problem gameplay-wise. The refactoring probably comes late. This feature is probably worth implementing because that... Yeah, that's cursor related. I don't think I want to do this anymore. I'm not going to delete that yet. Okay, well, next time we work on this, I might fix a handful of bugs. I may also try to get into the animations and stuff. I think tomorrow I'll probably work offline a little bit on just planning how the animations should fit into this thing. Probably, because, like, again, that's the last major unsolved problem architecture-wise. And then once the architecture is solved, I can refactor the code to make it cleaner, and then start to come in and write unit tests and stuff. And then the last major thing, architecturally this is solved, but there's still code to write here to make one player, to make the CPU work. And I'm starting to get pessimistic about the prospect of using machine learning for that, just because even if it would fundamentally work, I don't think I'm going to have the space anymore to dump some big blob of tensors into this. So we're probably looking at manually solving that, but that should actually be a very fun problem, I think. So I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Probably make the most sense to start with this animation, because I think that'll be one of the easier ones. And then here, I'll make a note. CPU implement one player enemy AI. That's, of course, a whole project. It's not a small task, but it's doable. Oh, and then, like, there are also some gameplay mechanics I still kind of want to explore. Like, I think maybe the game needs a concept of an enemy base. I think that, or like bases in general. And or some resource to capture on the map. Let's put that as priority, because now it's about time to start budgeting the remaining lines of code we have here. Well, I don't think either of those ideas would take a huge amount of code to implement. But if they're going in the game, they need to go in right now. Because if we're going to have to skimp somewhere, I'm going to skimp on, you know, the banners or something, and not... And not, like, core game mechanics stuff. I think the real threat is the token limit, probably. The character limit... We have 2,000 lines of Lua, 380 of which are comments, so... say 2,400, so like 20% of our code is comments currently. So I think the token limit is going to be the problem, and we can artificially work around the token limit in some ways. So we're not in the danger zone yet, but it's time to start being mindful of these limits because we're going to run out of space, or at least we're eminently we're at risk of running out of space. And I do want this game to all fit on one cart. I know you can bundle up to like 16 cartridges or something, but in my opinion, that violates the spirit of Pick-A-Wait. I'm not a huge fan of that. Yeah, so next time, we'll either fix a handful of bugs, or we'll maybe explore implementing bases, or we'll explore animations, or map resources. I'll probably do some refactoring in the morning and thinking about this. Think a little bit about this to figure out the next step. But in any case, thanks for hanging out tonight. That was a pretty good session. We're starting to look an awful lot like a video game now, which is really exciting. I think it's going to come together pretty quick once we get to map design and that kind of stuff and sound effects. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. We will see you next time. Y'all have a good night. Take care.